So today we're going to talk about paying referees, and we're going to walk through the steps to pay them from the beginning of booking them, collecting their paperwork, as well as completing the final steps, including a purchase order and following up. So first and foremost, booking a referee. Typically, clubs have assigners or individuals that they've used in the past. Hopefully you have that information. If you don't, let us know. We might be able to find it for you as well. An important thing to ask if there's an assigner is whether you'll be paying the assigner or whether you'll be paying the ref directly. Depending on who it is, you'll collect information from the party that you'll actually be paying. Next step on that is collecting paperwork. So let's talk about what information we need to do that. An up-to-date W-9 is really important. I'll show you where that form is in just a moment. Some referees may have worked for us before and they might tell you they've already given you one. That's great. Make sure that they haven't moved and make sure that it hasn't been more than 12 months since they last worked for us. If it has been, then we'll need a new W-9 from them, regardless if they've given us one before. If they're new, collect a W-9, and when in doubt, collect a W-9. Okay. I'll show you a W-9 right now so you have a sense of what it looks like. A W-9 is actually a government form that you can find in many places. So we'll just grab our browser and type in W-9, and we'll see that the first thing that comes up is the IRS form, and this is what it looks like. You can send them this digital version. Notice they need the signature, though, to be in person. I'd recommend printing a couple of these up and bringing them with you to your games. A couple other pieces of paperwork that you'll need as we get to our final steps of attaching everything together is a purchase order. So these you find right outside the finance office. You'll note that we do need personal information of the name, address, and don't forget the phone number. That's very important. For the description, try to do your best, what it is, what the date is, and the location, though, are absolute necessities. If there's any other pertinent information, by all means, list it. Along with this purchase order, you're going to need to complete a few other things. We just went through the W-9, make sure that's attached. As well, you'll need a referee pay sheet, which you get from me. They look very simply like this. They collect the same information in many ways as the purchase order, but they're sort of your invoice of payment to the individual, so our finance office can process things. I also recommend printing some of these out and bringing them with you to the game so you can make sure you have the address and the phone number and you accurately reflect start, end times, and amounts too. You'll notice this also needs a signature from the Director of Student Life. Once you finish submitting everything, we'll send it across the hall to get approved by him and taken care of. The final thing you need is an independent contractor form. These are also found right outside the finance office. I filled one up so you can see. If you know the last four of the social from the W-9, please list it. If not, you can leave it blank. Name the payee. You are the preparer, so do that. The majority of the time, the person is U.S. citizen, so please check mark. If they're a permanent resident, that's fine too, check mark. If they're foreign national or something else, see Blanca before you commit to doing any paperwork. Okay, there's two other sections you have to fill out for this. They're always the same. So unless they work for UVM. If they work for UVM, come see us. Don't fill anything out or hire them until you've talked to us. But if they don't, which the majority don't, you come and fill out this section, section 2, and it's no, no, no. And then you come down to the last part, part C, and it's no, 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 and yes. And it's always the same unless they fit into one of those other categories we mentioned. Okay, once you do that, attach it all together, submit it to the finance office, and then we get to our final step. We'll send it across the hall for signature and go from there. Once that's done, you may want to follow up with the referee, thank them for their time so they want to keep working with us, and let them know that it should be about 2 weeks so they know to follow up if there's any issues and keeps going smoothly. And hopefully all went well with your game, and you'll be doing this again soon.